Hello, Pumas, and welcome to the first episode of the Puma podcast. I'm Owen.
And I'm Kendall. Sending you over to Paige with a trivia question.
Today's trivia question is, what was the first toy to be advertised on TV? Was it A, Barbie, B, Mr. Potato Head, C, Play-Doh, or D, Magic 8 Ball? Stick around to the end to find out, and over to Mazzy with the weather.
Hey Pumas, this week is going to be sunny with a few clouds. At school right now, they've started doing 6th grade core hybrid. And now to Owen with the teacher interview.
So, hello, Pumas. Today I'm joined by Mrs. Fenstermacher. She's one of our 6th grade tour teachers here at Pine Valley. So, hello, Mrs. Fenstermacher. Thank you for taking the time to do this interview.
Thank you so much. This is such a cool opportunity.
All right. So, do we just want to get started with our questions?
I love it.
All right. So our first question is, what is the biggest challenge of remote learning?
The biggest challenge of remote learning is definitely keeping everybody engaged, because I know there are so many distractions from siblings and video games and pets and snacks, and it's not super exciting to do school computer, so it's hard to get everyone excited about it.
All right. Yeah, I can definitely relate, because some topics, especially when you're not in school, is just not interesting to learn, and I do get distracted sometimes.
Absolutely.
So our next question is, what is a fun project you worked on with your 6th grade class?
Ooh, you mean during remote learning?
Yes, during remote learning.
Got it. I think some of my favorite things are when students are in breakout rooms and work on things together, because it's like a little bit more like real life school, like where kids are talking and sharing brains and, being kids. So those are my favorite moments. Breakout rooms rock.
Yeah, I also enjoy doing bigger rooms, especially with friends. It's really fun. So there have been new guidelines for reopening in our schools. Have those guidelines changed anything in the classroom environment?
Okay, so this is our first week back, 6th grade hybrid kids in my core class, and it has been a blast, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody is so energetic and hyped up, so that's contagious. It makes everybody joyful. And at first, someone comes into the class and they're silent because they're not used to being with each other. But by the end of the class period, everybody's talking and everybody's making friends. So it's hard to follow the 6-foot distancing rule, because it's not really natural in real life. Like, you want to be up close and talk to someone. So we have to keep reminding everybody, step back, step back. But really, no one has complained about the masks or all the hand sanitizing. Like, I think we've really gotten used to that. And it's really cool to have class discussions. As a teacher, if I ask a question, normally it's silent. Nobody hardly answers me. But when I ask it in the classroom, everybody's hand goes up, everybody's participating, and so that's awesome.
Yeah, I really want to come back. It's like I've almost done almost a year of just doing school from a computer. So yeah, and our final question is, what are some things you've done during quarantine to keep yourself entertained?
Oh, great question. Last week, I demolished my bathroom. Has anyone ever demolished anything? It is so cool. So I'm literally pulling out the toilet, tearing down the mirror, pulling out the cabinets. So I've been doing a lot of home projects. That's number one. Number two, I've been hiking a lot, and that's been super cool. And a lot more board games, for sure.
Yeah, I've also done some hiking with my cousins, and it's really fun.
I know. Don't you feel strong? You feel so much healthier, right?
You do, and it also just showed how unfit we were during this quarantine.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Well, thank you so much. This was a really fun interview, and see you Pumas, and back to the desk.
Thanks, Ohm. Now we have some world news. In Mexico City, single-use plastic has been banned to help out global warming.
That's cool. Another thing to help out global warming is that by 2035, California will have banned the sale of gasoline-powered vehicles, so only electrically powered vehicles will be sold.
Now time for a fun fact.
In honor of Black History Month, today's fun fact is that Rosa Parks wasn't the first person to refuse to give up her seat on a bus. The first person was actually 15-year-old Claudette Colvin, on the same bus system. Now over to Paige with the trivia answers.
If you guessed B, you are correct. The first toy to be advertised on TV was Mr. Potato Head in 1953.
Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Puma.